Good evening, Mr. Leek and his cup of tea.
Bonjour.
How's it going?
Bonjour, Scotty. I'm just taking a little lead from Faye's early doors comment there. She's gone a bit French on us. Charlotte Faye, sorry, not Charlotte, not Faye. Bonjour, Scotty. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Yeah. When you say taking a little leaf, was that a tea leaf?
It was. I was taking a little tea leaf out of Charlotte's mug. Well, not Charlotte's mug. It's my mug, isn't it? Look, my beautiful self-portrait on it. Morning, Tess.
See the resemblance. Good evening, everyone. Evening, Charlie. Thanks again for joining us. Tess. NMS. Yeah, she's in town. So here's a fact for Andy you probably didn't know.
Go for it.
Charlie, as in Charlotte, was originally a secretary on the UMAT show. So when we first started, because I was rubbish.
Talking about being above your station.
Hello,
Did you think you were? Huh? Oh yeah, I got secretary. Yeah. Because I have to press a button on the computer. Yeah. She comes and does it for me. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
sorry.
It got tough. No, so what it was when we used to do the requests for music. Well, we always used to forget who had said what. So Charlie used to write them all down for us, and she used to come on at the end and tell us who had asked for what.
But I did over 300 live one-man shows, Scott, and I managed to manage it all. You had two blokes on a screen with no music, hardly or anything, and you had a secretary. Talk about big for your boots. Hey?
Yeah, big time, isn't
it? Hey, big time. We went. If you're gonna, I suppose they always say dress for the jobs you want, don't you? So you were living the dream before you made the dream, weren't you?
Well, I mean, I'm thinking if I'm going to be big, I might as well get used to it now.
Get used to it now. Yeah. Who else has popped on? Linda Woods. Good evening. We're ready to go, Scott, because she's here. She's ready for another night of laughs.
I think we discovered last week, that the show doesn't actually start until Linda's here.
Is it facts? Them's the facts, aren't they? Good evening, Lou. How are you? Hope you're well. Yeah, it's all ladies. All the ladies on, Scott. I wonder if one of them would like to. We ought to interview somebody for the PA, for our PA parking attendant, that would be. So we could have our own PA parking attendant. We have a multitude there. Charlie's obviously got some experience there.
Yeah, so I'd reckon if I had to recommend her, I'd give her 5 stars out of 5.
Okay, so I think Tess is accountancy in that world, so she could do our books. Obviously more than 2 noughts possibly on the end, maybe. I don't know. NMS, she could cut her hair, trim with my beard.
That's fine.
Lou could go on. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say I do need a good cut. To be fair,
you do need
long on top. Yeah,
I got mine done the weekend, which is nice. I Bunster did mine last Saturday, pre the show. Evening both, evening Lou. How's it going? I'm very well, Carl. Can't speak for the man over there, but personally, I'm fantastic. Thank you. He's coming. Don't poke me in the eye, Scott. Don't poke me in the eye, Scott, because that would be like really bad.
It's all right.
It's all right, mate. No problem.
Every week. But yeah, I'm actually all good as well. Thanks, Cole, for asking. Hope you're well as well, Cole. Hope everything's good. I mean, we do want to hear some stories from people, don't we, Andy? To be fair,
we'd like someone to put the onus on these guys this week, wouldn't we? A bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I embarrass myself most weeks for some stories.
You do. You do.
I feel like you put yourself out there. You know.
I do put myself out there.
Let's embarrass some other people. Tell us your embarrassing stories. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. NMS, she's taken my life in my hands. I've just clipped my boy's due clause. He hates it, and after being like Bolt, he's devoured 6 mint imperials.
Wow. So when I saw due and we're like clipping, I honestly thought someone had been circumcised.
Okay, well, I see. So you okay? Well, I see where you've gone with that, Scott. That's a very tenuous and a very interesting first thought with the word Jew. You know, without going back about all the horrors of life, Jew and circumcision wouldn't have been my first 2 words that went connected, to be honest. But it's good to know that that's where your mind is tonight, Scott.
Yeah, that's how my works, mate.
Yeah, the word Jew conjures the word circumcision. That is quite a place to be, I've got to be honest. John says he can't text on his laptop, but his phone works well. It's a pleasure, John, whichever format you are able to use. Obvs.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how you hear, it's as long as you're here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everyone remembers John from the other week because everybody loved John.
They did love John.
I'm sure they remember him. Yeah.
Charlie says most of my life is an embarrassing situation. What topic you after? Well, as long as it's not religious or political, we're up for anything, to be honest.
That's it. And I know Charlie just got loads of stories that kids have embarrassed her over the years of stuff. So, although I will say that Charlie's kids don't like me.
Charlie don't look old enough to have kids.
Oh, look at you smoothie.
Hey.
Hey.
Who's Pauline? Yeah. Where's Pauline? Linda's got a secret guest on. Pauline. This is a great show. You'll love it. Where's Pauline? Who's Pauline? Pauline!
I've just read the first bit from a comment from a friend of mine, and the also other part of my podcast, Mr. Matty Paddock.
Yeah.
I've just read the first bit. Would you rather? And I'm too scared because I know this guy too well. I'm too scared to read the rest of it.
Okay, I'll go with the rest. Then it says, "Would you rather only be able to drink milk for the rest of your life, or have to sing everything you say forever?"
Oh, that's quite calm. Oh God, able to drink. I mean, I do love drinking milk, but I do like a variety in my life as well. I love singing. I don't see a problem with that. Although I can't sing, so it might be not great for other people. But imagine, so imagine the start of the show now. Hello, Andy, and how are you this week?
I've had a great time, Scotty. How about you? Air grab.
I have also had a great time too.
That's yeah. Who've we got in the comments?
We've got quite a few people, starting with Maddie, and then we got Charlie, then we got Chris and NMS, then we got Lou and John Reed.
That sounds really cool. You forgot our test. Matty Paddock. Hey, grab.
Yeah.
It's all there, isn't it? Look at that. See, there's Matt. I think you got your answer is we drink milk. Yeah, good news, Lee. I think that's Lee that's put that comment on. The lady from Ombersley has been found well and safe, so that's all good news. I saw that earlier. Happy news.
That was great news. Yeah, and I mean, so many people rallied together for that. It was great to see, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, I think they had accused, didn't they, outside the local pub this morning, I believe.
Yeah.
So great news and great, wonderful news that she's been found. There are many people out there still missing, though. Put it this way, it's less stressful to perform a circumcision, believe me. Well, there's a story there. There has to be a story there. There has to be a story there.
Yeah.
Did you drop the clippers when you were doing someone's hair? What's going on? There has to be a story there.
I mean, it sounds to me like she's performed a circumcision before to be able to to weigh him up against you, yeah.
NMS, we need more. We need to know what's less stressful, cutting due clause or a circumcision. NMS knows. Let's have it. Sing everything. Lucy says she sing everything. John's
There
asking.
we go.
Yeah, I'll leave that with you. There's John and you. That's your bit. That one.
Which one's that one?
John Reed, 7:39. He's got a question that I'll leave that with you because that's in your ballpark.
Is that the all signed up for Ultra Comedy on stage at the Glee Club?
Yeah.
Anyone want to help me write a script? I mean, I would, John, but we're competitors now, aren't we?
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
You can just give him like a knock jokes.
Okay, the problem is, John, I would love to help. I'm going to struggle writing something for myself. You know, they don't help other people. But Charlie says that we would have won Eurovision. I'm pretty sure we would have.
I think we are the Brotherhood of Men, after all, aren't we? To be honest,
we are, mate. Do you know what? That's actually one of your old references I actually get for once. I know Brotherhood of Man.
There you go. See, yeah. We could do the reenactment of Bucks Fizz where we just rip each other's skirts off. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
That's always been a dream of mine. So you make a joke of it, but that's always been a dream for me.
We only got to stand next to me, Scott, and tell me when, and I'm up for that.
Let's do it next week. We're on.
Yeah, we're on for a Bucks Fizz reenaction tomorrow night. Next week, sorry. Oh no, next week I'm not here. I'm away. Oh, I forgot to say about that. I'm away next week. I might have to get a stand in.
I mean,
it's half term, isn't it? But I'll tell you that.
I'm not for a standing, Andy, but I mean, this is now the second time in just a few weeks.
I meant to a couple of weeks. To be fair, it's been booked forever, and I could have told you. I just forget about things until it's due to happen. It's half term, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm the same with that one.
Can you whistle? Linda Wood said, "I'm stumped. I hate milk to drink, and I can't sing. Very much unlike us, Scott."
Yeah, we're both very talented men.
Yeah, I think Matty College is saying it's beautiful hard work if you have to ring the fire brigade. I don't know. I'm sure we could do that.
Yes. Hang on. Let's try. Hello. I would like to have a fire engine, please. There's a fire in my garage.
Your garage? What?
It's just I was on the spot.
You've got your mind tonight. So you've got the word due to circumcision, and you've got a fire. You're ringing the fire brigade. They want a song about fire brigade, and you've got a fire in your garage. It's not even an exciting fire, is it?
No, it's just a standard little fire in the corner.
A little bit of
a paper sport fire. Yeah,
a little bit of a plug socket problem. Woo! Richard Farlow, can you whistle? I can't, funny enough. Oh, I can, but not very well.
That's all I can do.
It's very good.
See, that's why I never get any women because I can't wolf whistle.
No, yeah, because that's the way to do it in the 21st century, Scott. That's the bang on way to get yourself a girlfriend. Wolf whistler, yeah, that'll do it. That'll win you some.
Who needs Tinder, eh?
Who needs Tinder? We can just wolf whistle them off the top of some scaffolding. John Reed, no, it's not a competition. Perhaps we can run a coach trip to let folk watch us on the night. I'm sure we can look at that closer to the day, can't we, Scott? If you're going to do it as well.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, or both the people that come in to watch me will probably be interested in that.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably would. Yeah, one of them is watching your script, aren't they?
One of them's the script writer, one of them's the bus driver. So,
Anarchy of Sissies. That's what we could be called. Love milk but can't sing seems to be the general topic. So it looks like people would say they drink milk forever. Don't think I could do that.
No, milk's nice, but you need the variety in your life, don't you? NMS didn't realise I need. Yeah, NMS. I would love to borrow some heels if possible. Mine broke last week, so that's perfect timing.
What do you need? What you need? What sort of?
NMS has been kindly enough to offer me from a Bucks Fizz dream to borrow some heels.
Perfect. So it's all up. We could do it with a bottle of milk in our hand and just dual task. What's it called? Multitasking it.
Multitasking, right? That's the one.
I quite like Charlotte's story. That would a name. That's the sort of funeral I want, and with an edge of eroticism to it. Charlie could provide that by the look of it.
Let's get that one up on the screen.
Yeah.
On the topic of skirts ripping off, I was a bearer at the funeral. My skirt got tangled in the trolley wheels and the coffin. I mean, that's one of those stories that you don't want to laugh at,
No,
but you've got to laugh at it, haven't you?
absolutely. You have to laugh at that. That to be fair, it sounds like the perfect funeral. I mean, Charlie obviously puts the fun in funeral.
I mean, you said it in my mind, but where are you going with that one?
Yeah, she does. What we got here, NMS, she says, didn't mean for life. You can't have them for life. You can only borrow them.
But that's fine. Just a weekend will do.
Yeah. Size 8, 5-inch heels. How big's 5 inches? Bet that, isn't it? Bet that. Is that
So
it's about 5 inches. Bet that, isn't it?
I'm not saying anything, mate.
It's about that, isn't it? 5 inches. It is.
Always been a bit. You always exaggerated.
It's about it's about that, isn't it? 5 inches, isn't it? That's about that, isn't it?
Is what you tell all the women.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I haven't got a ruler. Can't even do it. I haven't got a ruler. That's ridiculous. Not that I'd want a ruler. Yeah, it's about that. I think it's about that. Isn't it? I can't see Tess Louise's emojis. I just get loads of little squares.
They're just laughing faces.
Oh, like, happy days. Happy days.
If I put them on the screen, you can see them then. Oh, how's it going? That's the wrong one. They keep moving. There we go.
No, I still can't see them. They're just little black squares. All I get is a little. They're little. This is what I see on Tess's emojis.
I love that you've got that to hand. So like a little etch a sketch or something you can use.
It's my little scribble pad, isn't it? You never know what happens up here, mate. This is a very, very, very. This is where it all happens up in this room.
Yeah. So Matty says up her, why is your garage on fire? I mean, why not? Why was it not on fire? If there's going to be a fire, it could happen anywhere.
Could happen anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. Doesn't have to be in a really obvious place, does it, Scott? It can be anywhere.
And that was the message of the song: is don't just think fires are for kitchens. It can happen in your garage as well.
Don't just think they're not just for Christmas, are they, Scott? Fires. They're
not.
No.
That's it.
They're not.
They can happen anywhere at any time.
Yeah, they can. I mean, luckily, I've got my son is now in the fire brigade, and if 999's busy, I'll just ring him, and he gets his boys on.
Would you sing to him still?
Yeah. Charlie, you're right. Where are the rest of these embarrassing stories? Charlie's getting the PA. He's getting very frustrated down there.
She is. I mean, Charlie's shared her story. Where's yours? I mean, we've all got embarrassing stories. I'm trying to think if I've got any more that I can maybe prompt with that I haven't yet told you.
If I have got any embarrassing stories to be honest, that I can tell on air.
I mean, Matty's probably got a few embarrassing stories he could tell me. That's happened to myself, I'm guessing. He does like to remind me of stuff. But before we say Matty, the one both the head has already been told. So
yeah,
I know that'd be his go-to one.
I haven't really got any. I'll come to mind that I'd be happy to share on air. I'd share in public, but not in this situation. Rolf started with a scribble pad. See?
There you go, mate. You next you'll have a didgeridoo.
Well, there we go. 5-inch one I'll probably get. About that big.
Do you know I used to have a didgeridoo? Do you think the neighbours were happy about it? No. Come on, see. I've got all the dad jokes, mate. I've got all.
I mean, my neighbours are banging on my door last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, knocking, making a right old row. Luckily, I was up playing the drums, so it was okay. Yeah.
Anyway, every cloud, eh? At least you're up.
Oh yeah, John, I remember that. John told me the story, if I remember right. I think you told me that story when I came to visit. Because when you go to John's house, the fact you've never met the bloke does not stop him from telling you his stories, which is what is the great thing about John. We are all one with John. So John's got a prostrate story. He'd be happy to share if he can type it up. I'm sure he could.
Yeah, see, I've always wanted to talk about my prostate story, but I thought it might make me sound a bit like an arse.
Hey,
Come
on, Scotty's away tonight, isn't he? Look at him. I'm a little bit.
I've had my Weetabix this morning.
This could end as an embarrassing story on its own, Charlie. This really could. Really could. Really
the bad jokes.
Yeah, you must have some embarrassing stories about Scott, Charlie, as your kids ate him. That must be a.
Well, last time I saw Charlie and the eldest kept just throwing stocks at me all night, and trying to beat and Aquawell actually beating me up.
Ah, okay.
I lost that battle. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. He socked it to you, there, basically, didn't he?
There we go, mate. I'm not the only one on fire, am I?
You missed it there, Scott. You missed it. I left you with it. You couldn't do it.
No, that's all right. I feel like I pick myself up and I've just let myself down.
You gotta let yourself down. Last like the lad, the balloon lad that went round to our school, let himself down badly. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Well, I mean, NMS says Chubby, eat your heart out. I'm just no. Is she calling me Chubby?
Well,
or is she referring to the comedian? Who knows? Either way.
I made a joke up the other day, actually, at work. I made a joke up on one day last week. I think it was post-Wet Monday, so you may not have heard it. I made a joke up. What's the best sport to play after 9 o'clock?
Do you know what? You told this last week and I can't remember it.
Oh, did I? I told it last week, so I couldn't remember when I made it up. I made it up and I couldn't remember when I did it.
But I can't remember what the punchline is.
Tennis.
That was it.
There we go. Tennis. Oh, I didn't realise I played it up last week. We need to start watching the old shows back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite vain. I'll watch them back and just look at myself and think, yeah, you're right there, smashing it.
Yeah, smashing it. Yeah, well, to be fair, my mate, he was killed playing tennis. Yeah, he was. He was killed playing tennis. He was hit in the face by the ball. Went to the funeral. It was a lovely service. Yeah. Come on, Scott. You got to go with this one.
Do you know what? I was thinking I was waiting for the punchline. It's just clicked to me that you'd already said it.
Yeah. Already said it. Oh, come on, Scott. That's one. At least NMS is rolling with the chats. I think John's typing up his prostrate story. Charlie's
Yeah, just to say on you, your mate that died from a tennis ball thing, I think I was at his wake. If I remember right, they had a band on and they made a white racket.
It was ace though, wasn't
it? It was, but I was drinking juice all night.
You did, yeah.
I don't know if I got anymore.
That band.
So yeah,
they had a great set, that band.
There we go, mate. I couldn't think if there's any more, but as always, you dug deep.
I did dig deep, yeah. I did dig deep. Dug deep. Yeah.
I mean, well, we need to be 6 foot, really, isn't it? When you
6 foot. I was actually thinking. Went for a walk yesterday, and we walked around a cemetery because quite like walking around cemeteries. And I wonder why. And I'm sure this is a question that's been asked, and there is a reason why people aren't buried standing up, like as a space thing. You know, like space saving. That's not a question.
I've never really thought about it. I mean, I don't really tend to think about funerals much.
No, it's just like, why, you know, because you go in a funeral, you go in like an old cemetery, and they're really like quite interesting places, I think. And you go and all the stones are falling down and all that sort of thing, and there's no space left. Why aren't people buried like? Well, it's only a long way to dig down. It's the same dig as it is long, in it, surely.
I suppose it's right. You know when people have like double graves and they put like the husband and wife on like sort of in boxes on top of each other.
Yeah.
If they were like facing each other, you had like a glass thing.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like looking at each other for eternity.
Why would you have to dig a 12-foot hole for a 6-foot person? You've been spoilt, Tess.
As long as the head's covered, it's fine.
Yeah. Why would you have to? Well, yeah. What I just don't understand. Why is it never? It's got to have been thought of, surely. Because like you say, because you could have them almost in, and like you say, Scott, you just lower the next person in next to them, wouldn't you? You just have them all stacked up like books.
Just like a little robot just going like dropping them in.
You know, like them little white. See, I've thought about all this, right? Now you have them little white sticks that you put plant names on, or your grandma puts plant names on, and they put them next to them. You just have one of them on the top of each sort of section. Bill, Lisa, Jane, Andy, whatever. So it'd be more like someone had planted a load of peas.
Yeah, I mean, I've also just thought what you're doing that is like, you know, when you lower some like the thing in and you just got like the coffin lowering in. I mean, it's a lovely topic to have, isn't it? It's a lovely subject to be talking about.
Well, hold on. Look, we got some input here, Scott. Don't mock it.
Okay.
I'm flowing with this now. Look.
Let's go for it.
So Tess said you have to dig a 12-foot hole for a 6-foot person. I'm a bit unsure about that one, Tess. I think you. I thought you were in accountancy, but we'll have to maybe if you are like someone like Jimmy Carr, you go for Tess. Be on to something in Prague. They are in the Jewish cemetery. Not only are they buried tall, they have some of their skin cut off to save space, don't they, Scott? In the Jewish cemetery, it all saves space.
They do. Yeah. I was just thinking, I don't know that, but yeah, I know what you're on about now.
They do. And Charlotte saying, would you go head up or head down? I would think, Charlotte, now you've said that, I hadn't thought about that, but I would think for ease of lowering, and often you get the times where maybe there's a bit of a family feud and they've got to come back out again, it'd be head first, wouldn't it? Because then you could just put some rope around their feet and, like a tea bag, leave the string out. You know, and if there was a bit of a family feud about something, DNA testing or anything, you'd have like the string with the cardboard on and their name, and you could just like a tea bag pull them back out again. Liking that, Charlotte. Nice bit of thinking. Liking that.
But surely with technology these days, you can like have you sort of like on tracks, and like you can just go in and like on a database and choose like, oh, we need to see Dave again, and click him, and he comes out.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose if you had a glass, a bit like when you get a water world or something and you go underneath the water, you could have a walkway with a glass window, couldn't you?
Oh, my God.
You go down and they press a button and they go, oh, we think he's in 8E, and the track would move and he'd come along and you go, yeah, that's him. That's the bugger. That's the one. Just like they do when you go under the tunnels in the water parks.
I mean, I love that you're like comparing it to like Waterworld or something in Orlando, Florida. Go see Shamu, go and see your granddad who died 30 years ago.
Yeah. You could have a day out of it. Linda wouldn't go head first because she's scared of the dark.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thought that.
It's a good shade, and obviously you've also got the blood rushing to your head. You'd just be all blurry and all funny-eyed, wouldn't you?
See, I think if you went down feet first, it like when they're lowering the coffin in slowly, and it's you can have it like going in slowly face down, and they just slowly disappear, and it's all like they're saying goodbye.
So,
see that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you could be like, you could be like this.
Yeah.
And just. Until you disappear. Yeah. And like you can have like I'd probably have like as I went down.
This is actually really interesting stuff. That there could be something in this.
Or you could have the Thunderbirds countdown. So when there's the last 5 seconds, it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There could be something in this. You could also have it like so. Wow, I think there's so much opportunity here. What's that?
I think we're onto something. So I hope someone's at the front door.
Oh, it's probably the cemetery people. Is it Irwins, whatever they're called?
Yeah, they were. Sorry, I'm trying to be nosy and listen to what's going on at the same time. But what did you say? Was it the cemetery?
Don't worry about us, Scott. You carry on. You go get your door, mate. We're all fine. Me and my mates here. You crack on. Don't worry about us. We're good here.
It's been dealt with. I just wanted to listen to what was going on.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. I'm very busy. I'm just reading these notes I wrote from something a few weeks ago. Yeah.
So you know I'm nosy. You know what? I like to know what's going on.
Yeah, you crack on, mate. Yeah. Don't mind us, mate. Anyone got anything they want to talk about behind Scott's back? Because he's not listening to us, is he? Hey, what's going on?
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, what's going on here? Bloody hell.
So, and I will say one thing I am aware of is it's time. It's 8 o'clock.
It's time. Hold on. Let me get the tunes.
It is. I mean, a little bit unprepared.
Well,
this is the biggest moment of the show.
I didn't realise you were still going to be with us, to be honest. Yeah, I just because I thought you'd gone to answer the door or whatever you're getting the bloke. Is it the bloke who's come to demonstrate the Hoover? What was it called? What was the Hoover thing? What was that Hoover? Kirby. Was it the bloke come to demonstrate the Kirby, has he? Has he come round to do 17 hours of Hoover demonstrations? And then it starts off at 50 grand, and by the end of it, it's 400 quid, and he'll service your boiler as well.
See, I don't have a Hoover anymore, mate. I moved on to a robot.
Have you got a robot Hoover? You ain't.
Yeah.
Have you?
Because this is kind of like a little bit of an awkward
So
story.
you got a secretary. You got a secretary after half a show, and now you've got a robot that does your hoovering.
But you know why I brought the robot? Because basically everyone in my house went on holiday for 2 weeks, and I was the only one there, so I was left with all the housework. I didn't want to keep having to Hoover every couple of days, so I brought a robot that comes out at 10 o'clock every morning and does it for me.
Hold on a minute, right? So you everybody went on holiday, so you were left to Hoover the house. Now, if everyone's gone on holiday, what sort of shit were you bringing into the house after Hoover it every 2 days?
I'm a messy guy.
So were you hoovering it more often on your own than you were when they were there?
Well, yeah, because I don't Hoover. That's not my job.
It's the robot's job, obviously. 21st century Scotland.
I said, mate, I'm in charge of electronics, and that comes under electronics.
Scott's Ice has got a robot Hoover that does the swimming pool.
Nice. My swimming pool is just a little paddling pool, so don't really need anything for that.
No, bloody hell. A robot Hoover, a PA. Charlie's gone. She's had enough. She ain't been on any since nobody's got any embarrassing stories. Anyway, we better get to the moment, haven't we, that everybody's been waiting for. RWS isn't on tonight. She's on a night shift, so she won't be listening. So she's going to miss this. Her mum will pass it on, I'm sure.
Yeah, you can always watch it back as well.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's have some tunes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Scotties. Yeah. Here we go. Good job. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Scott's t-shirt for tonight is nice, in the words of Charlie. It's nice.
Nice, mate, nice.
It's a historic Route 66. Stand up, Scott, so we can see if there's anything written underneath and we can see the picture in full. Look at that. Bit of an American nostalgia, Harley Davidson type of t-shirt there. The Mother Road. The historic Route 66 motorcycles. Made famous by Rolling Stones.
Yeah, and myself, no. I'm pretty sure it's just got even more popular.
Yeah, it's just got even more popular. Told Harriet about your striptease, Scott. So NMS has told Harriet about your striptease, so you might get a bit of bants on Thursday.
I mean, I know it's going to happen now on Thursday. Everyone's going to want me to strip for them, aren't they?
It's going to be horrendous, mate. It's going to be. I would wear at least 9 layers on Thursday, so you can just do it as you go down the corridor.
Yeah, just one at a time. There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a Route 66 one. As I said to Andy before the show, I'm running out of funny ones, smart ones. There's only so many a man can have. But yeah, I just thought I went for a little Route 66 one tonight. A bit of colour on it, a bit of nostalgic, a bit of fame. Why not? Why not? Oh, what you got? Let me see if I can get out for you.
I got one of them back friend. Yeah, could you?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh. He's coming out. That's it. Can I get it?
Yeah, cheers, Scott. Cheers, mate. Yeah,
no worries, mate.
Thanks for that. Charlotte, get a t-shirt with my face on.
That's because I have got a t-shirt with Lee's face on.
Lee.
Lee Whitehouse, the former co-host of the chat show.
Okay. And is that Charlotte's partner? Is that Charlie's partner?
No. I think Charlie and Lee would kill each other.
Okay.
You know Councillor Lee.
I do know Councillor Lee. I didn't know whether Charlie was a relatively blooded or married or whatever.
No, Charlie is married to Lee's best friend.
Oh, it's a small world, isn't it? It's nice,
isn't it?
Nice, isn't it?
A nice firm no.
Yeah, nice firm no. I don't know what those are, because all I'm seeing is I'm getting a load of Tess Louises. That's all I'm getting on Charlotte's emojis. I'm guessing they're laughing faces again.
Yeah, laughing faces again, yeah.
Face says Krabby Dave from Sheldon went off to ride that route in 79. Nobody ever saw him again. 66. So you've got to be careful out there. You've got to be careful.
It's a bit like my mate. He went on Stars in Her Eyes.
To
do a Glenn Miller tribute.
Yeah.
He walked through the smoke at the back. No one's seen him since.
Nightmare, isn't it?
Huh?
Nightmare. No. If you were going to go on Stars in Their Eyes, who would you be, Scott?
I don't know, because I wouldn't say there's many famous people that look like me, like singers, because they always look really cool and slender, and they always have good hair. I've not got any of that.
Demi Roussos. Dennis.
I don't know who that is. I don't know. Who would you put me for?
You could probably get a bit of a Phil Collins going on, possibly.
Oh, I used to play the drums.
To be fair, they go on Stars in Their Eyes and they look nothing like the person before, but after they've had that much makeup and slap put on, they look like you go, how have you, Doreen from Tipton, become Cher? That is not, you didn't even look like her before.
Well, I always like on Stars and Eyes, they used to come on and say, like, when did you first realise you could sing? It's like, well, I was singing to my favourite singer. My mum walked in and said, turn that CD off.
Yeah. That's how they knew. They knew.
Yeah.
Charlie wants confirming on your T-shirt. Faye says Barry White. NMS says she'd be Dolly Parton, but she's way taller. And Charlie says you should go on as Sinead O'Connor, Skinhead O'Connor.
See, I always thought if you're a Dolly Parton tribute act, but surely most of that work would be at night. But if you're a Dolly Parton tribute, surely you'd only work 9 till 5.
You would only work 9 to 5. You would only work 9 to 5. You would only work 9 to 5. That's very true. I see what you did there with the Dolly Parton reference. That was excellent. Errol Brown. You could go on as Errol Brown. Who would I go off now? Who would I be? I don't know. Who? I don't know.
I see you going on like a bit of like a real like rock sort of thing, like.
Yeah, but who would it be with hair like this and a beard like this? It's going to be somebody. Ooh, anybody got any ideas who I would be? So you've all thrown in your hat in the ring there for Mr. Jones. Me and Mr. Jones. We'll have that as our theme tune. Me and Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones. Yeah. Wizard. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day.
What a shout.
Sammy Davis Jr., yeah. I saw him with Roy Castle on the Michael Parkinson show on YouTube the other night, funny enough. ZZ Top, she got legs. Because every girl's crazy about a sharp dress, man. There you go. Could be on that, couldn't I? You're very true. Very true. Elton John. And she lives her life like a candle in the wind. Never know where you'll go. Huh?
Going with that one, John, did you see that when he redid that, at the start of COVID, they did like a little concert with loads of famous people. And he sang I'm still standing there. But it's terrible.
Yeah, I've never been a massive Elton John fan, to be fair. I did, never been a big fan, Elton John. Scott, you could be the rag and bone man. Just need some facial hair, a face full of tats.
I'm only human after all. I'm
rag
only
and bone?
human after all. But what you blame on me?
That's
It
George
is, isn't
Ezra.
it? I thought, is that what?
I have
I've always
no
made a
idea.
total fool of myself.
I have no, probably. That's an embarrassing story. I have no idea, if I'm honest, though. So, what was that? Blame on me.
It's called Human, the song.
Human.
Yeah. No, it is Rag and Bone Man.
It is rag and bone man. This one.
Maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bit of rag and bone man. Nyan! Bit of rag and bone man there. You could be Clive Dunn, granddad.
Oh, I've missed Clive Dunn getting mentioned.
Yeah, it's a good job he's on. Pretty good, Scott. Linda Wood's impressed by your singing.
I mean,
Yeah. No one said anything about mine, did they? Nobody. Nothing. Nobody, look. Not one.
I mean, don't want to pile on, but I've said it before. I'm just multi-talented.
You are exceptional to the rule. You are an exceptional to the rule.
I don't want to be big-headed about it, but, you know, I'm a very talented guy.
You are. RWS.
RWS.
She's between chopping boards. She's popped in.
Shouldn't you be working, RWS? I mean,
yeah, they're probably just stitching one up. She's just getting the next one in.
Do we need to have a word with certain management?
I think we could do.
Yeah. With a voice like that, Scott, you could be Clive Dunn.
Okay, granddad, isn't
he? John Reed as Benny Hill, Ernie the Milkman. It's a great song.
It is a great song.
I liked your Andy Leake sharp dressed man.
Every girl's crazy about sharp dressed men. There we go. Do it again for you then.
There's a bit of appreciation there for you, mate.
Thank you. Last, because you've got loads. I ain't got none. RWS, she says she hasn't officially started yet. She's there early. Oh, you got a NHS in it.
I'll clap that.
Yeah, NHS in it.
RWS from the NHS.
Yeah. There you go.
Although I think going back to you saying you only had one, it's about quality, not quantity.
It is.
And, you know, that's a great message from NMS. That's quality.
It is quality message. It's very, it's specific. It's it is nice. It does. It's got everything in it that I needed. Yeah, it was fully deserved. RWS. There you go. NMS to giving you a round of applause as well. We're all in there together. You are a hero, although we stopped appreciating you months ago now. So,
you know, it's nice to see that you're very modest as well by putting comments like hero and fully deserved. Thanks, fully deserved.
Yeah. She's very modest. She harps on about it a bit, banned his words around the map, but you know, she's all right. Is it right?
I mean, Andy, I've not even asked you this tonight, but have you got an Andy recommends tonight?
I have got Andy recommends. It's a very new one, and it's a very usable one. It's not particularly exciting, but I'll try to make it exciting. But I've gone for a usable one, considering the inclement weather we have. I've considered this.
Okay.
I've watched Scott for probably a couple of minutes. That's all tonight, but I do have an Andy recommends.
Right. Well, I'll bring you in. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Andy recommends with Andy.
I thought I was going to get a massive sponsor. I thought you got me a new sponsor and everything there. Brought to you by Andy. There you go. No, well, in my job, I spend a lot of time outside. So there's a backstory to this. And but many, many years ago, when I used to ride a motorbike a lot more regularly than I do now, waterproof clothing was a must in this weather. So many, many years ago, I bought myself some of these. But they actually, after probably 15 years, they actually aren't what they were supposed to. So Saturday, I went and bought some more sealskin waterproof socks. 100% waterproof socks. Now, I spend a lot of time outside of my job in wet fields and stuff, and puddles and all that malarkey in my trainers, unfortunately. So I actually went and bought some brand new waterproof socks. And I got to say, if your person spends a lot of time outside, because I can't be doing with, I watch some of the children I work with running through the puddles, jumping in and out of puddles in their slip-on shoes and their socks, and then they spend the rest of the day, and I'm like, that makes me feel yampy. I hate wet feet and socks and shoes, and they don't bring their wellies, and they're just in and out the mud, and it's like, oh, how can they possibly do that? I can't do it. So I need these waterproof socks. So I went and bought some more. Well, they ain't cheap. I got them from Go Outdoors, to be fair. They were 29 quid. But the last pair I had lasted me for at least 15 years through riding motorbikes and that. But these I'm wearing for work. So they're sealskins. They're obviously not real sealskins. They're from Go Outdoors. They're 100% waterproof, windproof, and highly breathable. They are a mid-length sock. I've gone for the mid-length because I tend to push them down a bit. But here they are in all their glory. Sealskins, even got that written round the outside, Sealskins. They are a lined sock. They even come with a rubber topper. There we go. A little bit of a rubber topper there to help you so they don't slide down. Although I do push mine down to the ankle because they look really silly pulled up. They look like I'm a 16-year-old girl. And they have a lining in them, which is fantastic. They are. There we go. A pair of sealskin, as per the label. That's the brand. They aren't really sealskin, obviously. They're about 29 quid. Others are available at Go Outdoors. I highly recommend the sealskin waterproof sock. It's a 3-layer construction for warmth, durability, and waterproofing. It's a thermal regulation. It's got bamboo lining for moisture control, insulation, and comfort. They're HydroStop, so they reduce the water ingress. They're a close fit. They're 4-way stretch for comfort. And I've got to be honest, they are very, very comfortable. They don't feel any different to any other pair of socks. And they're anti-blister, which is great for me because I spend a lot of time running around outside with the kids as well. Prevents friction and rubbing while eliminating blistering, which is a bonus. I've only worn them today for the first pair, and they are amazing. And they've got zonal elastication for added support. Now, if you're like me and you hate wet feet and wet socks and wet shoes, the shoes don't matter because I wear my trainers. If you've got a pair of these, I can run out the puddles with the kids as well. And sometimes we have to do it for their safety. So it's useful to do that. So if you're ever in need of waterproof socks, I highly recommend you get yourself a pair of sealskins. Gloves are also available. Thank you.
But I mean, when it comes to recommending something, mate, you're the man I always turn to.
Yeah, I am the man, to be fair.
So would you recommend my striptease to anyone?
I would recommend your striptease to anyone. I think I have got the white stripe on my face. There we go. Don't you ever ridicule is something to be scared of.
If you stay like that, you look like, like in cricket when like they put like the sun cream across their face.
Yeah, Linda Wood says
I don't know what they just have like a little strip. Yeah, you can do that.
Linda Wood says I look like Adamant.
Adamant's a good show, yeah.
Don't you? There we go. I'll leave that there for you, Linda, and you can pretend you're at an Adamant gig. I spoke to a bloke the other day that said he'd met him in the street. I didn't believe him, but he was adamant, and I just thought, I left him in the end. He was getting on my nerves. Yeah.
There we go, mate.
Yeah. There you go.
I feel like I peaked early on, and I can't. You're overtaken now.
I have adamant in it.
Although, Andy, I've got something I'll recommend to you. So, as a kid,
I saw someone trying to escape from a prison the other day, short chap, and there was one guy shouting at him, taking the mick out of his height, and he was climbing over the wall out of the prison. This bloke was shouting at him, taking the mick out of his height. Well, I thought that was a little condescending, to be fair.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, mate, I'm going to turn the tables because I want to recommend something to you.
You can have that one, by the way. Yeah.
Basically, I brought something that I used to have as kids. And you just see something, you're like, I've not had them for years. I need to do it.
I am
And it
here.
was the best. It's the best pound, mate, I've ever spent. I
Right.
don't know if you can see what they are.
Pass it to me.
Yeah.
Have a look.
Um,
Cheers, mate. Thanks. Have a look.
there it is.
No, there you go, mate. I can't really make out what it is. There you go.
Oh no, this one. There we go. I've not got this down tonight. I'm normally pretty good at it.
Is it I just had a thought, yeah, RWS has just popped up there. Just so I was about to say it. Is it them little things you throw on the floor?
Yeah. And do you know what? I've had so much fun with them.
Have you? Yeah.
I like waiting till people are in the dark and like think they're alone and they just throw like 3 or 4 down on the floor at once. Mate, heart attack central.
I bet you're loving it, yeah. That's like
absolutely.
That's like pressing your pager by the crossing.
That's it, right? It is honestly for £1. I've had so much fun. It's unreal.
Well, you'll be taking me like you bought a cap gun as well, haven't you?
No, oh mate, I just dropped it. I thought it was going to go off. Luckily, it didn't go off.
Scott, come on, let's hear it now because I have to do my recommend. So let's hear it. Where's it gone? Don't tread on it.
Oh no, there it is.
Get it. And
Right,
see if let's have a listen.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Whoa! Priceless.
Yeah. Honestly, hours of fun, mate, from £1. I'm buying loads more. I'm going to buy the warehouse.
When I was in Spain, it was San Juan Day, they call it. I can't think what the relevance is to this country. I don't think there is one, but they have San Juan Day. And they all light fireworks in the streets and they all hang out their cars. There's like 50 people on car roofs. But they run along and put fireworks bangers in your pockets. That's part of the thing. So you're walking down the street and these kids just run along and put a banger in your back pocket.
No way.
Yeah. It was. I was out there at the time. I lived out there, and it was terrifying. You sort of didn't want to get off your seat because it's a real big celebration in Spain, and they'd literally run along and just put these bangers in your pocket in the night. You'd be walking on them, throwing them in your pocket, and the proper firework bangers. Wasn't pleasure.
Wow. I mean, were they powerful ones? Did it sting you up if they went off?
Yeah, you knew they went off. Yeah. They weren't like the ones you have in your garden, but they were enough to know you got a banger just gone off in your pocket, so to speak.
Wow.
Yeah.
Standard for me, mate.
Yeah. Could have been a Jewish banger. That wouldn't have been so painful, would it, Scott? Obviously. And for anyone that's listening, we're not taking or being racist or religiousist or anything. Just bants.
It was from a previous joke as well.
It was from a previous joke. Yeah.
That also was not about any sort of religion or anything like that.
You worried where Lou was, Scott?
I was really worried about Lou. Now we know.
You mentioned. Cheers, Lou, for letting us know. Because Scott was he texted me on my phone. That's how you do it. He texted me to see where you've gone, but glad you're back. It's good to see.
Next time you do that, Lou, can you give me 3 rings, mate, so I know you're all right?
Yeah.
3 rings.
You're okay. Yeah. Be fantastic. 8:24. And the time go quick when we're having fun.
Time does not fly. I'm telling you. They say it flies when you're having fun, but my golly, has it gone by tonight.
Time doesn't exist. Time is just a figment of your imagination. Time does not exist. It was created by man to tell us where we've got to be and when we could leave. Time does not exist. It is infinite, Scott. It is infinite.
You say that, but I know time exists because I went there when I was younger. It was on Blackwell Street.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I know it did exist. It doesn't anymore.
It doesn't.
It did used to. No.
Yeah, it did used to. But it doesn't anymore, does it? John, I hope you've got the material for your show. You can have my joke about what was my joke? You've
got the joke now. There was the prison one.
The prison one about the little condescending. Maybe you could use that one. John, just be careful of your audience when you're in there on Thursday. Any messages to send to the people in prison? John is not being specific, but if anyone's got any messages that they'd like the prisoners to hear, anything positive and supportive, forget what they've done as human beings, then John would happily send them in. You can send them in our best wishes, John. I know you give them positive messages anyway, but you can certainly send them our keep your chin up without sounding condescending.
That's the thing. It's hard to think of like an inspirational message that is not going to sound like quite condescending, isn't it? But John makes it so easy when he goes in there and
he does.
talks more.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Scott, John, you know the messages, and we'll mirror what you say. I think that's the best and safest way to be. No messages, but Dave the Fence needs a new phone. Yeah, I've got this bag here you could take in, John, for me if you don't mind. Yeah. I'll drop you a cake round.
So, and Lou, yes, I am friends of your neighbour, but I try not to.
Friends of the neighbour's cat.
Yeah. That was my good friend Cat. But yeah, I try not to tell many people about that. So if we can keep it quiet, that'd be great. It's kind of the charity work that I do. I like to do a bit each week.
Yeah.
I hope she's not watching because she's stronger than me.
Bank robbers are on strike. Taking out ATMs is getting harder for them. They need to retrain. They do need to. Yeah, you don't hear bank robbers much these days, do you? Oh, my dog's up. Here she is. Hello, Boots. Hello, Boots. How you doing?
Get on camera. Come on.
Yeah, Bonnie, the world wants to see you. You are a celebrity. You're on the shows from the 100th show you were on every day, weren't you? Where is she? Who's this, Bonnie?
Oh, there we go. Hello, Bon.
Who's that?
Bonnie. Bonnie Fetch. Bonnie Fetch. Bonnie, attack owner.
There she is. There's my girl. They put two arsonists in the same cell. Such a good match.
There we go. That's John. There he is.
Right.
But yeah, Lou's also spying on me, nosy neighbour. Lou, pop your head out the window next time. Say hello. We'll come out the front. I'm not out there for quite a while nattering, so come and say hello.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see you.
What happened to the ghost hunting idea? She's been writing down all our ideas because I can't even remember that one.
No, the ghost hunting one was quite an old one. We were looking at things to do for the show a while back, and we're asking for ideas. And somebody came up with an idea of us going to a haunted, like sort of house, right? Like one where you can pay to stay over at these haunted houses and sort of film us all night. Basically, a bit like the TV show, but
yeah,
with Yvonne, whatever her name is, Yvonne Fielding.
Yvette Fielding, wasn't he?
Yvette Fielding, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can you hear that? Can you hear that? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see that? No, Yvette, no. No.
Did you see the film?
See that move? Do you hear that noise? No, Yvette didn't hear that either.
It's like when they show it back on camera and like, oh, you can see this. No, you can't. You can't see nothing.
What was that? What? Look at your face. Look at your face. What about it? What? I don't know. What's that? Yeah, I used to watch that program many, many, many years ago for that reason, to see if they ever. It's like River Monsters that used to be on Sky. The bloke go fishing, looking for these really random fish all around the world that apparently drag people in. He never caught them,
Yeah, but always fun. Like, how is that good for him? Because if he does finally achieve his goal, then he's not really going to be able to do anything about it. Because he'll be dragged under the water.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. I do like a graveyard. Me and RWS do like a graveyard. Yeah, I'll go to graveyard. Now, I love walking through the graveyards. I do. I think it's really. I like it for reading. I like reading the stones. I like it. It's life's in there, isn't it? As weird as that sounds. Actually, now I've said it, but there's a lot of life in there.
Just saying, if we had to walk through a graveyard at midnight, I'd have to hold your hand. If that's all right.
That's fine, mate. It's fine. Well, I remember my nan. My granddad died before my nan, and my granddad, his headstone fell over, so we put a wire around it and held it to a tree. My nan went to visit, and she thought he'd had a phone put in. It was quite embarrassing, really. Yeah.
There we go.
Would you come, Charlie? Yeah. Would you come for the walk with us?
Go on, Charlie. Put your money where your mouth is, eh?
I had some nuclear underpants from there. NMS.
I was waiting for this.
Chernobyl Fallout. I had them underpants. Charlie, come on a midnight walk with us. Look.
There we go. All sorted.
Yeah.
As long as, Charlie, you don't bring the kids to beat me up.
Yeah, definitely the kids. Scott would be more terrified of your kids than he would of the potential for seeing spiritual beings.
Don't get me wrong, they're lovely kids. They just hate me.
It's not. It's
No.
yeah. So there's some great. I mean, the St John's is not a very big one. Obviously the one down in Crescent Road in Kiddie, that is a beautiful, beautiful cemetery. That one. Yeah.
I mean, although you know so much about cemeteries. Yeah.
I walk through that one a lot. I've obviously got some acquaintances in there as well. It's just nice. I just think there's so much story in a cemetery, isn't there? I'm not morbid in that sense, but I just think it's nice just makes us realise. I have a bit of a realisation from cemeteries as well, so it's quite nice.
Oh, Andy, we've had a request.
Show us your underpants. I'm afraid I can't do that, Lou. It's very nice. They were Chernobyl fallout, so they were no good to me.
But yeah. I mean, I thought things were fair. I strip a t-shirt. You have to strip your underpants.
Yeah, yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Did I tell you about my mate that bought a car off the craze?
No.
And he said to me, "I bought a car off the craze." And I said, "What, Reg?" He went, "No, Ron."
There we go.
You can have that.
Did I tell you about the car that I made out of spaghetti?
No.
Well, my mum laughed at me when I said I was going to do it, but you should have seen their face when I drove past her.
Yeah. Did you get any of them helicopter crisps? No, but I got plain. I bought a car with a wooden engine. Yeah, it wouldn't go.
Hey,
come on,
there
man.
we go.
They are always a dead set time. They are, John. Absolutely. Faye's sister, Charlie's sister's going to do the snacks over the wall.
Nice. There we go.
There we go.
Some crisps over. Yeah. I mean,
fantastic.
I'm a bit worried about tea over the wall. I mean, it depends how tall the wall is. I mean, that could get a bit dangerous.
Well, it depends. As long as it's 6, we get to test to measure it. Test Louise can measure it. 6 for 6, 6 plus 6.
You know, health and safety and all that.
Yeah. Test Louise will measure it. Anyway, Scott, look at the time.
I know. It
I've got
absolutely flies.
I've got a webinar in 27 minutes, so I'm going to have to shoot.
Ooh. Okay. Is this one of your like sort of education?
Yeah.
Changing people's minds seminar? Nice.
It is, yeah. It's a seminar. It's an incoming one to me, so I'm going to be learning some stuff, yeah. But it is part of that new business type thing. Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah. Some learning, some education for an hour. So
if you want to know more from Andy about that, tune into his pages on Facebook. You've also got a Twitter now, haven't you? No, sorry, YouTube, I meant.
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. It's just Andy Leake Motivational Coaching. I've got Instagram. I'm quite Mr. Andy Leake. That is MR Andy Leake. Quite regular on there. And YouTube's fairly new, so I'm involved in that. But my Facebook page, and obviously Awesome Together, the mental health peer-to-peer support group, along with You Matter, Wire Forest on Facebook as well, that Scott's an admin of. So you've got plenty of places you can find us. Scott also does the Worcestershire speed quizzing on a Friday night, which is a great night if you fancy a night in and you like your quizzes. It's probably one of the best ones we've attended. And and also Scott's got his podcast. What's it called?
The No Format Podcast with Scotty and Matty.
So you've got, just to go over those again, No Format Podcast with Scotty and Matty. Worcestershire speed quizzing with Scott on a Friday night. Great night that is. Myself at Andy Leake Motivational Coaching on YouTube, Mr. Andy Leake on Instagram, and obviously we're here at Awesome Together and You Matter, Wire Forest Mental Health Group as well. So we're here wherever you want to find us, and we're both available by Facebook messaging. If you've got something you'd like us to talk about on the show, you've got anything you want us to recommend, anything you'd like Scott to do, and people that we'd like to interview, please get in touch with us.
That's it. Well, very well sounded. Great. I was trying to find a little plug. I got a plug somewhere. I was going to hold the plug up. That's some great plug-in. But hopefully, we'll join us all again next week, where I do it all again. But this man won't be there.
No.
I'm promising a show will go ahead, even if I'm on my own. Right? An hour of me on there. So no one wants that. So
They do. Yeah. They want that.
We'll try and find someone else to join me in keep you all sane from me. But
Yeah.
until then, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for all your comments. It means the world to us because it keeps the show going. So thank you, and hopefully we'll see you again next week. Ciao for now.
In a fortnight. Ta-ra.